Hello everyone, welcome back to episode 2 where we're going to finally get onto doing some repair slash maintenance to this 2012 Honda Odyssey and just kind of get things going here. So today we are just going to be tackling the spark plugs. I found out that the original spark plugs are not in the car or in the engine, and they were replaced with NGKs, but a different type of NGK, so not technically the originals like what the engine came with. So we're going to be replacing that today and then possibly doing an oil change. So get a few little things just done, simple stuff today, but I will also show you how to do those spark plugs, which is pretty much going to cover a lot of the Honda and Acura V6s. So it's been on and off with the rain, so let's try to see what we can get done today and get moving. So here we have an NGK LR something yada 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 LKR 7DIXL, or sorry, 11S. That is not the original one that came with this engine from the factory, and I'm very picky about that stuff. Specifically, or me personally, anytime I'm doing spark plugs, I like to use whatever the engine came with from the factory, no matter what brand I'm working with, what brand of vehicle that I'm working with, right? So I always use the VIN, I scan it, I check, and I do my research and see exactly what the original spark plug was, and that's exactly what I go for. So the original ones are these. So see this part number, see, you can see they're both NGKs, right? But these are LKR 7DIX 11S is what I got out of the engine, right? And you can see the part number is different, very different, even though these are NGKs as well. So again, I researched it by VIN and verified that these are the ones that this engine specifically came with from the factory. So that's exactly what I'm going to be putting back in. And we're going to get started on that now, and I'll show you how to do it along the way. The tools that you will need for this are, well, it depends, but possibly a magnet. I got a short extension for the 3/8, 10 mil, longer extension. That's either 5/8 or 16 mil. And I'm using this 1/4-inch ratchet with this adapter for the 3/8, only because like it's pretty tight back there, and it just gives me a little bit more movement. I mean, you can use a 3/8 ratchet. I'm just going to use this one because this is definitely the smallest ratchet that I have. I think I grabbed the wrong socket. It's the OEM Tools one where the magnet broke pretty easily. I have a Koken brand. That it's much better, so I'll go with this one instead, of course. Now I can try this again. This guy on here. And by the way, the nut that holds the ignition coil down is a 10 mil. I reconnect the connector here to the ignition coil. Just heard a click. We're good. Now we get to the others. I'm gonna do, I think that was cylinder 2. Now I'm gonna get to cylinder 1. Pull this coil out. Alright. That one a little dirty, a little wet, a little oily. You know what that means. A little bit of oil right here. That's valve cover gasket, the spark plug tube seal. I mean, it wasn't horrible. There was only very little, but leave that alone. Alright, number 3. Two-handed operation, not a big deal. I'd say to get that third one, just push down that heater hose right there, like push it downward, and then that coil will be able to come right out, because if not, it just knocks into it and there's not enough room for it to clear. But just, yeah, push that down with one hand, the other hand you'll be able to easily take out the coil. Decent, good, very little oil right there, but again, I'm not worried about that. If I were keeping it, I would say yeah, sure. I mean, you know, do a valve cover gasket replacement on this using the Honda stuff, of course, only. But it's also very, very small amount. And actually, I don't know, it's been like more than a week ago, I took that cylinder 2 out, the coil and the spark plug, and there was no oil on that one, so there's barely any coming out of cylinder 1 and 3 thus far. Front 3, same thing. A little bit easier because obviously you don't have to reach so far and you can see everything. So just start with pushing the tab down. So this is what I'm dealing with right now. I'll show you for a closer look. So I'm constantly I was changing to this stubby here, just because, you know, there's not obviously much room. So I had to get I got 2 of these. I got this shorter 3/8, and then I put my other one back, and I just grabbed the stubby here. That way it just makes it easier to take out and then install the new one, of course. But this is cylinder 4. Put that coil back. Okay, so now we got that done. This one's oily. Nice. 2 hands for this. Oh yeah. Go get a napkin. Do I have any napkins left? Alright, well, with the spark plugs done, I am going to add something. I'm not sure if we're going to do the oil change just yet. But there's something else I am going to do. And that's replace this serpentine belt. Now, it's not a good quality one, and I just don't like me being picky. Kind of mushroomy out here, like it's just kind of sitting a little bit far out. I don't know, it's something simple. So of course I'm going to replace it. The bandeau belt. This is pretty much like a lot of the OEE stuff, and it's made in Japan. And honestly, as good as these belts are, they are so cheap. You just got to know where to find them. You can usually actually get them on Rock Auto as well. Actually, now that I think about it, I did get this one from Rock Auto. But bandeau belts, man, they make some great belts, basically like OE, and very inexpensive. So let's put that on. So I believe this is a, I can get a flashlight in here somehow, I don't know. So I think I have to get, and I believe, well, that's a 14 to this pulley right here. So, and I have this tool. It's a special tool for just Hondas. You got one end that's a 14, and the other end, this is either a 17 or 19. There's a part number. I got it on Amazon at some point. I've only used it a couple times. It definitely works on my Pilot, but it's weird because I used it, just tried recently on a previous generation Honda Accord with the 2-liter turbo, and it didn't work. So anyway, let's try it. Yep. Oh, perfect. Hell yeah. So it works. So I loosen it. Get this raggedy ass belt off. Ironically, people, this is a Bando belt. It's the exact same one, but it is very like weak or like flimsy, even though this looks pretty good. But it's like very flimsy. So even though the tread and all that stuff looks good, I mean, regardless, I'm putting on this new one. I mean, this thing only costs like, I don't know, $15, $20, so let's get it on. And now, get ready for this oil change on this Honda Odyssey Flip using 0W20 Valvoline Restore and Protect, and of course the Honda engine oil filter with new washer. Let's go. No reason for that to be so tight. Absolutely none. It has a wrong washer on it as well. You guys doing an oil change, just snug it. There's no reason to put your body weight into an engine oil drain plug. I need to get a hammer just to loosen this thing. Well, especially since if I had it in the air, I'd use a long ratchet or something, but since I'm on the ground, I had to use a hammer to loosen this damn drain plug. Just double check something, make sure. Okay. Alright. Just want to make sure there wasn't like an extra washer there. I know there's not supposed to be, but from my angle I can't see it, so you just never know. Mobile 1 oil filter.